Hello, and welcome to the August edition of Signal Boost. I'm your host, Callie Pruitt, Senior Strategist for Grassroots Advocacy on APS's Government Affairs team, and here's your science policy update. Our top story this month is that APS continues to call for the federal government to take a more balanced approach to research security concerns by reaffirming its commitment to keeping fundamental research open to the maximum extent possible, while also working with the scientific community to ensure dedication to research integrity, including disclosure, reciprocity, and accountability. The US government is currently placing restrictions on scientists' contact with China based on concerns that China is stealing knowledge and technology developed in US research labs. We know that illicit attempts to acquire US-based research and technology pose a threat to our security. But the current approach risks losing legitimate collaborations and harming our pipeline of international talent. This will inevitably lead to the loss of US competitiveness and international prestige and threatens our future economic progress. Through the APS recommended approach, as opposed to the current broad measures that are curtailing open collaborations, we can ensure continued scientific advancement while improving our security and transparency. The APS Board Executive Committee recently shared its views in an article in APS News. To get a deeper dive in this issue, you can read the article at the link in the description. Also, APS released a short statement in support of the guiding principles outlined by Dr. Eric Lander, President Biden's science advisor and director of the Office of Science and Technology Policy, in an August blog. The post is titled Clear Rules for Research Security and Researcher Responsibility. You can find it and APS's statement at the link in the description. In addition to these resources, our government affairs team has made it as easy as possible to contact Congress regarding this issue. Through the action link in the description of this video, you'll be taken to a homepage where you can read the text of the letter you'll sign and see exactly where you'll be able to add your voice and personal experience with the issue. I hope you take action today. In other news, APS launched a campaign this month to call on Congress to revitalize America's scientific infrastructure. The science community and some members of Congress have been raising the alarm for years that our mid and large-scale research facilities, dedicated laboratory buildings, and scientific equipment, some of which are more than a half a century old, are in desperate need of upgrading. I am thrilled to report that almost 550 APS members took action this month to urge their members of Congress to include scientific infrastructure as part of reconciliation, a procedure that allows the majority party to move forward with its spending priorities without the threat of a filibuster. In addition to the campaign, the Task Force on American Innovation, a coalition that APS is a part of, also released a letter in support of including science funding in the infrastructure reconciliation or in any infrastructure legislation. You can take a look at the letter at the link in the description. Negotiations on infrastructure were finalized in the Senate this month with a bipartisan vote of 68 to 29. The finalized budget resolution included billions for science funding, in part because of the outpouring of support from the APS community. The House is currently planning to take this issue on in September, and our team is monitoring the situation closely. Thank you to every APS member who took action on this important issue. Together, we are truly making an impact on congressional priorities. Finally, you may be seeing some changes in Signal Boost over the next few months. Don't worry, we'll still bring you all of the science policy news highlights as we have before, but as we grow and evolve, we will be working with our communications team at APS to bring you even better, more interactive and evergreen content. I can't wait to share more of what we have planned. That's all for this edition of Signal Boost. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.